Oh shit. Hey, what's up? We're not really gonna talk about anything nutrition or training related today because I figured since I'll be doing this shit that you see in front of you probably for the rest of my life, I need to add more content. And so far, every single video that I've done, every single one, has been based solely on physical health, right? Training, nutrition, hey man, don't eat this, hey man, eat that, hey man, you should sleep like this amount. It's all physical. It's all about, your physique. And so that's great. Physical health is great. Being healthy physically is important, but there's also different types of health. There's technically 6, right? Here, they'll be here. So there's physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, environmental, and social. There's 6. That's a lot. Really, there's 3, because there's physical, and then there's environmental, which is kind of like your environment. So like if you're breathing in smog and it's killing you, you're like, hey man, stop doing that. Obviously that's physical, right? It elicits a physical response from your environment, makes you unhealthy. So you could say that's physical. Don't breathe in smog. That's easy. Just don't do it. Emotional, intellectual, and social are all about really just mental. This is just mental health. Spiritual is also mental, but it's so different. It's on its own level. It's transcendence level, you know what I mean? You don't. I'll explain that in later videos. So really, to me, there's only 3 types of health. There's physical, mental, and spiritual. You can categorize, at least to me, emotional, intellectual, and social as the same, because social encourages interaction with people, right? You're human, bro. You have to talk to people. It is part of human nature. You need it. It's necessary for your life. Well, it's necessary for your mental health. That's just, people are social creatures. You have to talk, which is the main point in this. You have to talk to feel normal and feel good and be like, hey, I talked to another human today. For some reason I feel good. That sort of shit. Emotional, of course, is, look, the gambit of human emotion. Holy shit. That's a lot. And there's some intense shit there. It's all in your head. All of this is in your head, in your brain. It's all here. If you feel sad, where does it come from? It comes from here. If you're angry, it comes from here. Everything from here down is physical, and just right fucking here is all mental, right? Just in this shit, just in this shit little spot here. So this is mental health we're gonna talk about. Spiritual health is a whole nother thing that's gonna take a shit ton of videos, which is good because I have content, right, to explain and to really understand, and it's really something I've only recently really got, essentially. But this is physical, or this is mental, right? Mental health. Hey, we're talking about mental health. So it is an impossibility. It's impossible for you to live and not go through these range of emotions. You see all these such intensity. It's impossible. Think of a life as like your favorite movie, your favorite character, and your favorite character is going through life, and he has all these trials and tribulations, but in the end he succeeds, or maybe he doesn't succeed, but in the end he discovers who he is, or whatever fucking movie you love, and then you're like, I have to see that movie again. For me, it's like The Revenant. The Revenant's amazing. There's multiple movies. That's a whole nother fucking video. But it's all kind of tied, which is why I'm mentioning it. So, think of your life as a journey. It is impossible. It's fucking impossible for you to be happy your whole life. That's the dichotomy of life. You can't have happiness without depression. You can't have fun without being bored. You can't have, black and white, light and dark. These are all things that for one to exist, the other one has to exist, right? So these are all things you can't avoid. Someone someone you love, or maybe a dog, something you love is going to die at some point in your life. That's gonna fuck you up, right? Maybe you'll be in like a really committed relationship and then it just fails terribly. Something that might happen. Maybe, your life just isn't going the direction you want it to, so it just kind of sit in your head. You're just like, fuck, what am I gonna do? These are all things that are gonna happen to you. There's gonna be points where you're super fucking happy and you're like, I am unstoppable, I'm a fucking god, right? There's gonna be points like that, but then there's also gonna be points where you're just like, fuck humanity, right? There's gonna be both. So for you to make this your best life, you have to be able to handle the worst parts of life, because it happens to everyone. It's human. You're going to cry, you're going to be angry, you're going to be sad, you're going to be happy. You're going to have all these emotions. You're going to have spiritual awakenings, and you'll be enlightened at some point. Hopefully, right? You'll be enlightened about things at some point, and you'll find your passions, all these things, so much shit, right? It's all going to happen to you. It's all going to, maybe at certain points, you're going to have all the bad shit happen to you continuously. You'll just be like, what the fuck, dude? And then all the good shit can happen to you. It just doesn't, there's no concrete, there's no set thing here. It's just, hey man, life's gonna be really shitty, but it's also gonna be really good, right? So the thing you want to do, or the thing that is best for you, is to be able to handle the worst parts, right? So, and the easiest way to do that is to have a support network, to have a group of friends or family, or just people that you can trust, which is hard unto itself. But you have a select group of friends or people that you can talk to, and you want to talk to them about everything, whatever's bothering you. You have to talk about your feelings, which is, for me, or for males, is a little more difficult. Girls, y'all fucking just, oh my god, can you believe, y'all talk about that shit all the time. For a dude, it's a lot harder, because there's like a masculinity thing, like you don't want to seem weak or gay, even though there's nothing wrong with being gay. Or if you're gay, like, I don't want to seem hetero. I don't know if that's how gay people think. There's just like this thing holding a dude back, like, nah, I'm a fucking man, I ain't gotta feel shit, right? But you still do feel shit because you're human. So it's unavoidable. So the hard part for a dude is to really like sit down with someone or a group of people and just fucking talk. Just talk about how you feel. Just talk about what's eliciting this response from you, this emotional distress or whatever you're going through. And just really sit down, talk about it, and really have some time to yourself and really analyze yourself and your place and the state that you're in, and kind of just figure it out from there. It really helps to like get out and hang out. Like, don't stay home and just stew in your despair or whatever. It really helps to get out and hang out with your friends and talk about everything. So for example, someone or something like a pet dies. That's hard. That's really hard. You want to focus on all the positives, on like their legacy they left behind, right? Or you might be in a long-term relationship and it doesn't work out, and now you're heartbroken. Don't be like, gah, she left me, gah. Just don't be a pussy about it. Just be more like, Here, this is how you should be like. You should be like, hold on, I have to get into character. You should be like, my heart, it bleeds, but revenge is in the creator's hands. See, that gets your point across, and you're like, oh yeah, your friends would be like, oh yeah, fuck that bitch, and he wasn't a bitch about it. So it's just those types of things that you want to, that you want to do. So like, what's the point of you being alive if you're only healthy physically? That you have to be healthy in all aspects. Mental health is really difficult because there's so many things involved to it. And then here in the US, mental health's a joke. It's just like no one really talks about it, and it's just not something it's really just not something that is in the limelight at all. When it's something that's super important and super critical for personal development and just you having the highest quality of life that you can. The simplest and greatest advice for mental health is just to fucking talk. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to whoever you can trust about your problems, and together y'all can find a solution to those problems. And if there really is no solution, then together you can find acceptance in whatever the problem is. So hey man, cheer up. Quit being sad and shit, right? Or gloomy or whatever. Life is great. So life is beautiful and life is terrible. So yeah, I will definitely have to do more videos about mental health, and I already know there's gonna be a shit ton of videos about spiritual health, because that shit is fucking crazy. So hey, don't be this guy. No, stop, don't do that, right? So here's my social media. I post a lot. I'm getting lean. I don't know if you noticed that. Hey look, an email for you to get lean like me and give me your money. And so yeah, next week I'll do another training video. I'll probably do a training video and then another talkie video and then a training video. I think I only have 2 more videos to complete my advanced training series, which you should be watching to have. Hey man, if you're depressed on the inside, at least you look good on the outside, right? Yeah, that's it. Alright, K, peace out, bye.